Hi, my name is Sebastian van der Schier and I'm an ex-social anxiety disorder sufferer, and I'm a coach for people with social anxiety, and I have been since 2009. And in this video I'm going to introduce you to a technique that I've personally used to overcome my social anxiety, that I've helped my clients with, and a technique that is also recommended by PhDs, MDs, has been on the Oprah show, Dr. Oz, Psychology Today, is scientifically proven to be effective technique. And what is it? Well, it's EFT. It stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. And what this technique does is it quickly releases negative emotion. It's kind of like acupuncture, but instead of using needles, you tap with the tips of your fingers on specific acupressure points on the body. Now, it looks pretty stupid, pretty silly, very out of the ordinary, but it is amazing. And it's in all my years of looking for solutions for overcoming my social anxiety, for dealing with excessive negative emotions, it's the most powerful technique that I've found so far that you can self-apply. And it's really easy, so I'm going to teach it to you over a series of videos. Now, why learn this? Well, because you can apply this to just about any problem that you have. For example, you might have a negative memory that pops up every now and then, and every time it pops up, you're like, oh, I don't want to think about that. Or when it pops up, you feel and experience the emotions that you felt during that time. That's what you can use the tapping on, because as you think about that memory, as you connect to that memory, negative emotions will come up. For example, when I was 11 or 12 years old, I had a traumatic experience where my teacher made fun of me in front of the class. It was my favorite teacher. I really loved her. And I was sitting in the back of the class, and I was throwing around pencils and pieces of paper, and she caught me. And she said, Sebastian, go sit in front of the class so I can observe you. Now, a couple hours later, the TV rolled in because we were going to watch some documentary or something for school. And I was still sitting in front of the class, right in front of the TV. And the teacher went to the back of the class, and then she yelled from the back of the class, Sebastian, move with your big Dumbo ears away from the television because nobody can see anything. And my face got bright red, and I got massively embarrassed, and everyone was laughing at me and pointing their fingers at me. So when I would think back to that memory that was traumatic for me, I would get all the shame and embarrassment back. That's what you can aim the tapping at. Because as you do, the shame will decrease further and further, and it will neutralize completely. Now, as you can see, I can talk about that memory and there's no emotion whatsoever. And as a result, those feelings from that memory don't get triggered in my day-to-day life anymore. Another thing that you can use it for is thoughts or beliefs, such as the common belief, I'm not good enough. Well, when you say I'm not good enough, it feels really true. You probably have all sorts of negative emotions when you say it. There might be shame, there might be a feeling of worthlessness, and so on. And you can also use the tapping to get rid of that belief, to release that negative limiting belief. How to do that, you'll find more information about that in a bit. I won't get into detail on that yet, but that's what you can use it for as well as physical sensations. So when you feel anxious, when you're out and about, your heart is racing, you have a lump in your throat, or you have tightness in your chest, or whatever physical symptom, as you aim your focus on that physical symptom and you do the tapping, it will slowly decrease. Now, with a physical symptom, it won't release completely because you need to address the underlying issues, but just doing the tapping while you're anxious will decrease it a little bit, and a little bit really helps. Okay, so very, very powerful technique. Now, I'm going to teach you over the coming videos how to apply it and how to apply it to specific steps. Now, this is just an introduction. It's just the basics, and later on, I will teach you how to specifically apply it to overcome your social anxiety. So this is a little intro first video, on to the next one.